next time you take a new prescription drug, there is a good chance it came from a lab in China. It's estimated that China is now one of the biggest sources of new drug candidates that go into human trials globally. CNA's Guan reports from Shanghai.
In this part of Shanghai, the roads are curiously named after scientists, like Edison, the inventor of the light bulb, or Cai Lun, the man who gave us paper. This is Zhangjiang. It's one of Shanghai's tech hubs, and of late it's also gained a nickname Pharma Valley for the sheer number of biotech companies here. Some of these firms have become an important source of new innovative drugs and an increasingly significant part of the global supply chain. According to Goldman Sachs research, 46% of new drug molecules entering human trials globally in the first half of 2025 came from Chinese biopharma companies. So what's driving this emerging dominance? Ray Lim is a former pharma executive who now runs a networking platform for the industry. He says speed and costs are two important factors.
It's very important for us to have enough patients to test a particular drug, but because of huge domestic market, it makes patient recruitment in clinical trial to be very quick, and clinical trials actually run pretty quickly in the Chinese market. US might be a very big market, but development of medicine in the US, it is going to be way more expensive versus in China.
In fact, many global drug makers are now increasingly reliant on Chinese companies for drug innovation, snapping up licenses from Chinese labs. According to global data, the surge has been particularly huge in oncology or cancer treatment, with licensing deals in 2024 hitting $30 billion, 3 times the value of similar deals from US labs, while ADCs constitute 56% of the total deal value. Shanghai-based Duality Bio has been in the business for 5 years.
15年多的历史哈，我们现在已经有10款产品在临床阶段，我们的 total deal size 差不多是60亿美金。
Duality Bio has deals with GSK and BioNTech to commercialize different ADCs outside of China. So what are ADCs? ADC stands for Antibody Drug Conjugates. There are 3 parts to ADCs. A monoclonal antibody targets a specific protein on the surface of cancer cells, chemotherapy drug payloads, and finally, linker molecules that attach that payload to the antibody. The linker is engineered to break and release their toxic payload when the ADC has entered cancer cells, limiting damage to healthy cells. And it's in the chemistry of this process and engineering the scale-up that Chinese biotech labs really shine.
你选什么样的靶点，什么样的 biology， 我认为美国一直是领先我们的。那下面一课呢就是 tech， 就是说你要选什么 linker， 你要设计什么样的 payload， 你要用很好的 medicinal chemist 去 design， 那去怎么 engineer。这一块的话哈，中国的能力还是很强的，而且越来越强。中国有非常好的 medicinal chemist， 有非常好的 engineer， 而且呢也有很好的 CRO， 而且呢您知道的，就是我们中国人呢其实确实比较勤奋啊，在 technology， 我们不仅没有 gap， 我们其实还出现了一个反超。
John's observations show up in the Nature Index metric, which tracks author contribution to research articles worldwide. In 2024, in biological sciences, the US has twice the share of China's. But in chemistry, China has 3 times the share of the US.
Private equity fund is a time machine in which they would invest in future, 5 to 10 years ahead of the public market and secondary market. If you wind the clock back, actually 10 years ago, a lot of Chinese and global private equity company already put a lot of money in this biotech pharmaceutical sector. If there is a second DeepSeek moment for the Chinese economy, would be a breakthrough of the biotech or pharmaceutical sector.
So investors and multinational drug companies alike are coming to see what's being invented in the labs here. But if Chinese biotech firms are enjoying such a success, it raises the question, Why are they cashing in through out-licensing deals instead of taking their drugs overseas themselves? Guan, CNA, Shanghai.